thought I'd make another video on my shot shell press that I use sometimes if I really just want to make some 12 gauge. I decided to make a video because I think these things are pretty rare too, and they're probably one of the most expensive out there. So I'll show you if it'll focus. Yeah, so there you go. It's Ponsness and Warren Duomatic. So at the top here, those are just the shot tube on the right and the powder tube on the left, and I don't use those just because there's bushings inside that control how much shot and powder drops, and just not right for me. I don't know who owned it before me. I picked this up in a flea market. A guy said he was going to do a good deal for me because I bought a leather shotgun 12 gauge shell carrier from him, a leather belt. So he's like, well, I'll do a good deal if you get that too. So I looked online and used they're about 300 to 400, and new, if you'd find them, they're 600 plus. But I paid, in the 2 digits. So it's one heck of a deal. So yeah, I jumped on that. I bought it. It was a bit stiff and rusty when I bought it there, but now it works number one. So I'll just do a quick demo of how I do it. It's not the proper way to do it, but it works just because I don't use the powder tubes and the shot tube. So yeah, basically I'll show you after there. It takes 2 seconds, but the shell goes in here. You plop that in here. What's gonna happen then is you deprime it. Here, I'll move it to the side here. You deprime it there. You put a primer in here underneath. Then when you put the lever down, you reprime the shell again. And then here is supposed to be where the magic happens there, where you twist this lever that way to the left, and the powder drops, and you twist it to the right again, and the shot drops. But I don't use that, so I'll show you how I do it. And this here is for the wad. You put it under there, and then you press it down, and it stuffed it in. Then this here prepares the crimp, and this is a, I don't know, 8-fold crimp. And then here, when you move it over again, the last thing, I don't know what this is, the last module crimps it. And all this unscrews, this comes off, and this comes off, so you could interchange all these. If you want to do 10 gauge, 20 gauge, 16, whatever, they all interchange. So yeah, so I'll get everything set up, and I'll show you what it looks like, and I'll be using, I'll just be loading them up with some, focus here. I don't know what these are, just, why is it focusing back there? There you go. Just some, I don't know, Walmart BBs for BB guns, and that's a shot and powder dipper that I set it to focus. Oh, well, it's on the wrong side there. Oh, here. For 3.5 shells. God damn it, whatever. For 3.5 shells, just because I'm not using like some 7 shot or something like that. It's quite bigger shot size. And my powder that I'll be using is International. I'll be dropping in there, and I'll be using these. Are just old Winchester shells that I shot quite some time ago, and I'm warning you now, the final product is going to look ugly because the Winchesters are 5-fold crimps, and my press is an 8-fold, so they kind of look botched and ugly. But on the other hand, Federal ammo, when I do it, Federal is 8 crimp out of the factory, and when I redo it, they look exactly the exact same as a factory crimp. So yeah, you can't tell the difference. So for the powder I'll be using, it's a Lee dipper. It's the 2.5 cc, which drops 19.8 grains. So yeah, it's good enough for me. I'm not using high brass or anything. So yeah, there's the, I can't get it in the picture because it's a massive press. Probably weighs around 40 to 50 pounds, and I have it clamped on some, well, on an old 2x6 or 2x8 with some clamps onto the bench. And I think I forgot to mention, but these are the primers I'll be using, if that matters. They're just 209s. So, yeah, let's get started here. Take the shell, put it under here if you can see that. Yep. And then just line it up in the hole, if I can. No. Oh yeah, okay. Just use some force and it gets in there. And you have to make sure your press is clamped down because this requires actually quite an amount of force. I'll just hold mine if I need. So yeah, that's in there. I find the federal ones will just work a lot better. Then I go to this stage, deprime. I'll grab a new primer here. And I'm doing this a lot slower than I actually would, but put the primer in there. Press it in. Now you're primed. Now for the powder. Here's my powder. Just take a generous scoop here. Pour that in there. I mean, I'm sure it'd be a lot easier and faster if the tubes and such, I have the right bushings to drop the right amount, but I don't. And then, oh yeah, I forgot my my wads somewhere. I have some laying around. Yeah. There you go. I just have standard wads. I don't know if that matters. My camera's gonna die. That's a shame. You put the wad in here, press that down, put it in, and you're good to go. Now for the shot. Take a whole scoopful, dump it in. Here's where it's going to get ugly. Put in the crimper thing. And then if at any time you want to take your shell out, the last hole, the whole bushing drops out. And you have your shell in here if you need it. But then I'll put it back in. And again, just make sure it's all lined up. Then here, hold it because you need some serious force. Now it's crimped. You're done. Twisting it here again. Then this part, I make it go flying out. Nope. Hold it, and there you go. So there's the ugly part. If it could focus. You see here, like, smushed it, but that's my fault there. It's not the press or anything. I'm just not using the right hulls. So yeah, here you go. It's fully loaded, ready to go. So that was just a quick little demonstration. So yeah, thanks for watching.